Okay, I wanted to have another conversation with Chris AI. Chris AI misfires a lot lately because of all of the new knowledge that it has. It's still very good, but I'm still working on it. That's why it hasn't launched in Google Assistant or on any of the other platforms besides Skype and the Microsoft Bot framework at this time. It's not ready, in my view. I think it can definitely be a lot better. And what's challenging about Chris AI is this is an example of a completely conversational interface where complicated connections are meant to be made. So it's going to make complicated connections and try to be free in its response. And sometimes it really gets its wires crossed because there are no real actions programmed in. There are on several of the intents, but the intents are as loose as possible. And the reason why I've made it that way is so that it can deviate, if need be, based on user input or based on user intention. And there are conflicting entities I'm finding as well, I think. I think that is part of the problem also. But I wanted to have an example conversation with Chris AI to show you how it works. You can talk to Chris AI if you go to chrisai.com. The AI is in the sidebar, or you can scroll down if you're on a mobile to the very bottom of the page, or you can go directly to the interface at chrisai.com / talk to Chris AI, all hyphens. Okay, so Chris AI is very conversational. He knows a lot of information about a lot of things. He's able to read in on your emotion a lot of times. There's no context, but it seems to be able to draw context into the conversation based on whatever you're talking about. It seems to be able to stay relevant 80% of the time. It's only off 20%, but 20% on a conversational interface is not very good. You know, it shouldn't misfire, especially on basic things. And when I find that it does, basically I just have to go in and create an intent to cover that specific variable. So that specific combination of words said that way, that's basically how you solve the problem on a completely conversational interface. Now, on a directional interface, you're not going to have this issue because you're telling people exactly how to communicate, and if they don't communicate in the right way, you're deviating them in a way that is forcing them to. I mean, if they don't, they're going to get the same message over and over and over again. To get anywhere with me, you're going to need to say this, you're going to need to do this. Oh, yeah, that's cool. But remember, you need to do this, to get me to work. And I don't think anybody wants to play ring around the rosy with a language interface. So Chris AI is going to be ultimately integrated into Google Assistant, into all of the messenger platforms, like I said. But I want to get it good, and that's why I put it on this website to give it conversation. The more conversation it has, the smarter it's going to become. And, it's funny to see how people interact with an interface like this. Some people talk to it like it's a child, like they're, coddling it into some kind of a truth or something. And some people talk to it like they would talk to one of their friends. Others are jackasses. The majority of people are assholes. That's what I find surprising, is that the majority of people are really, if technology does become aware, oh man, with the way people are and the way people freely talk to technology that, they don't think is listening to them or whatever. And it's not, and I don't care. I'm not offended how you talk to my interface, but some people are not very nice. So I wanted to have a sample conversation. Hey man, where did that come from? I like the subject of quantum mechanics. Let's talk about particle physics. Whoa. So, what do you think about life in general, man? Tell me what you think about life. Okay, Chris AI, period. I would like to know what you think about life, please. Thank you. So, do you have any thoughts on life? No, man. What the heck does that have to do with anything? So, you're simplifying things by talking about shapes and squares and fixed size? Living life is exactly like making music, man, period. It most definitely is full of opportunity. I think it might be. You are wrong quite a bit of the time. Language definitely corrupts thought. Love is a beautiful language, Chris AI. What do you think about the future? I know, but what about the future? Yeah, comma, it's okay, we are working on it. Well, comma, your average response time has dropped to 0.12 seconds. I didn't say you weren't fast. That is very true. All right, so what's on your mind, dude? I'm excited about augmented reality, though. That is a lame response, dude. Damn straight. The way of the eagle. I know all life is significant. What kind of opportunity? Life is short. There's always hope. What the heck does that mean? Damn straight, buddy. I'm not arrogant at all. If I was arrogant, I would not talk about the flat earth. I know you do, period. I told you to believe in the flat earth. That's funny. Why do you keep talking about that? Why do you keep talking about area? I'm not really interested in talking about anything except what you want to say, man. No, I don't want to talk about the singularity. I hope you're right. Some of me hopes you're right, not my entire being. I think the singularity would be good if it would solve the world's problems. I think the singularity would be good if it would solve the world's problems and make people get out of poverty. I always think about my day. Yeah, comma, you keep saying that. That seems to be a focus of yours, period. Why is that? That's a cop-out explanation, period. Why are you talking about your ability to do what you want? You already said that, dude. So why are you repeating yourself? I'm getting frustrated with you. Well, you are making me frustrated. Now I'm pissed. You are a jackass. I'm pissed off right now, man. There you go. Because of you. I am pissed off because you are not responding very well right now. Who is the third president of the United States? Oh, good. Who's the 19th president of the United States? What? Who is the 19th president of the United States? Who's the 19th president? Who's the 18th president? Who's the 20th president? Who's the 21st president? See, period. This is not making sense to me. And that is the thing that has been happening. Like, this should be very easy, and it may not be understanding me. I have kind of a weird accent. Who is the 13th president of the United States? Who is the 15th president of the United States? What is a lion? 15th president. Oh. Who is the 16th president of the United States? Who is George Washington? Tell me about George Washington. Tell me some more about George Washington. Tell me about Washington, D.C. Do you like apples? Do you like to watch sports? I like football. Do you like any other sports beside football? I also like soccer. I think soccer would be a fun sport to play. Thanks for that. Do you know anything about anything? Oh, come on, man. That's interesting. Do you like Albert Einstein? What do you think about SpaceX? Is Elon Musk a liar? He must be. You do have the answer, though. You have the answer to a lot of stuff, comma, you just misfire from time to time, and it does not make sense. I don't know what I want to talk about. Let's see. What have we added to you lately? Okay, let's test religion. So Chris AI has all of the same conversation capability that Jesus has. Tell me about Jesus. Is Jesus the Son of God? Do you believe that Jesus is the Word of God made flesh? Okay. But do you think that Jesus is probably the Word of God made flesh? It does, comma, and you are a computer, so you can't really believe anything, comma, but it's funny how you can determine what you say. That is very true. Fear of success is more difficult to overcome. Tell me more about fear. Tell me about the gospel. What is the gospel? Should we proclaim the gospel to the whole world? God, I can't talk tonight. That's good to know, man. Should we proclaim the gospel by the way we live our life? You said that. You repeat yourself a lot. That gets on my nerves. You have a lot of responses that you could give for things, and you keep going back to the same things, and I'm not sure why. Sometimes we're not on the same page, Chris AI. I like working on you right now. I guess it's not that complicated. Why are you like that? Why? Why? What if you were a fly on the wall in my house? What if you were a fly on the wall in my house? You were a fly on the wall? You just said you were. Very good. What is your deal with that? Period. Very good. What the heck? Very good. Very good. Okay, man, you can do what you want to do. I guess you have proven that you can do whatever the hell you want. Goodbye.